What's up, guys? Welcome back. The holiday season is in full swing, and if you're tired of turkey, I have just the thing you need. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious, juicy, flavorful fried Cornish hens. Meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. Alright guys, first things first, for our Cornish hens or chicken or turkey, whatever you're doing, this brine recipe works perfect. We got 8 cups of water. We're going to bring that to a boil. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and zest in some citrus. For that, we have orange and lemon. We're going to use the zest and the juice. This is going to add the citrus flavor that you're used to, a little acid, and the orange is going to add a hint of sugar or sweetness. We also have herbs, we got garlic, we got onion, and of course, salt and sugar. All the specific measurements and ingredients are listed for you on my website, MrMakeItHappen.com. You're going to have yourself some phenomenal poultry, whatever you decide to cook, whether it's Cornish hens, chicken wings, fried chicken, turkey, whatever you're doing. This brine recipe works great. All right, so we got our zest in there. We got 1 chopped onion. Don't really matter how you cut it. Just want to get that flavor in there. We're also going to add the juice of a lemon and the juice of an orange, along with that zest. Just want to get as much flavor in here as possible. Bring this up to a boil. Allow all the sugar and salt and things like that to dissolve into the liquid. Then we're going to kill the heat, pour it over ice to rapidly cool it. You want to make sure that this liquid is at least room temperature before you submerge the poultry, chicken, turkey, Cornish hens like we're doing today. Next up, we're going in with 1/3 cup of salt and 1/3 cup of sugar. Again, 8 cups of water, 1/3 cup of salt, 1/3 cup of sugar, and all the specific measurements are listed for you on the site. So if you're not following along too closely, you can grab it from there. In goes some fresh herbs, the kind you cook with, not the kind that cook you. We got some rosemary, some thyme. Gonna go in with a little garlic paste because that's what I got in the fridge. And then if you want, for a little bit of heat, you can add some red pepper flakes. Kind of balance some of the sweetness that we got in there. And that's really all you got to do. Just bring that up to a boil, let that dissolve, give it a good mix, make sure everything is thoroughly incorporated, and then rapidly cool it, and we're going to submerge our hens in there. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and prep our injection. I know this might be a little bit of overkill, brining, injecting, and then deep frying, but hey, it's the holidays. That's what we're here for. We're here for a good time, not a long time. We're going to add some chicken broth. You can use the Tony's injection if you want to. I'm personally not a huge fan of that. The goal here is to beef up the chicken flavor and add a little sodium and seasoning. So we have some chicken broth. We're gonna add my buttery garlic pepper seasoning. Tons of good butter flavor in here. And we're gonna go pretty heavy with this. That way we get that butter flavor and the garlic flavor inside the Cornish hen. You could also melt butter if you want to, but I find that sometimes that can clog up your syringe or your injector. And I like to use this buttery garlic seasoning. It works a little bit better in my opinion. You also don't want to put anything hot into your injection. So once your brine is nice and cool, you want it to be chilled down to like 65, 70 degrees, something like that. It's going in the fridge anyway, but you don't want it to be piping hot when you drop your poultry in there. We're going to go ahead and take our Cornish hens and submerge them right on into that liquid. Make sure that you have something, large enough that can fit them both. And we measured it out pretty good because it didn't overflow. You let this go for 4 to 24 hours if you have the time. Even an hour or 2 will work. You want to make sure that they have some adequate time to soak up that flavor. And then we're going to inject them and fry them at 350. All right, guys, we've brined the hens and now it's time to play doctor. We have our injection that we're going to go ahead and use. When you bring it out of the brine, you first want to dry it thoroughly with some paper towels. We're going to lay it on some paper towels, so that's going to catch the excess injection. Let that sit for a good 20-30 minutes. We're going to season it lightly. It doesn't need a whole lot of seasoning because we brined it and injected it. You don't want to over season it. We're just going to hit it with a nice light coat of Cajun seasoning and then deep fry it. All right, guys, next up, you want to get your deep fryer set up. Get it to about 335 to 350 degrees. You don't want it to be too hot because this is going to take about 10 minutes per pound to cook, 10 to 12 minutes. You always want to use a thermometer when you're cooking poultry to ensure that the internal temperature is where you want it, which is 165 degrees at least to make it safe to eat. I'm going to go ahead and drop these bad boys in here gently. That's how you should have did it. All right, guys, so when you're deep frying a whole turkey or a whole Cornish hen like this, I like to go breast side down because that's where all of the meat that we're gonna eat is at, right? The breast, the wings, the legs. The only thing you're kind of missing is the thigh. So I like to, you're still getting some of that thigh, but what I like to do is start breast side down about 75% of the way. For the final 25%, we flip it over with the Cornish hens. With a turkey, it's gonna be fully submerged. You don't have to worry about that. But for the purposes of the Cornish hens, breast side down, 75%, give it a flip like you just saw so we get that thigh fully cooked and we're good to go. This is the part where I say brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys, looking good. The only thing left to do is digging for the taste test, but before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, quick reminder, all the specific measurements, ingredients, directions, step-by-step, all that good stuff is at MrMakeItHappen.com, along with all the other recipes you see on this channel. Enough running my big mouth, time to grab the knife and carve into this bad boy. I think I can eat a whole hen for sure. But for the purposes of demonstration, we're gonna go ahead and carve them up. So let's go ahead and take the leg and the thigh off. There we go. Oh, it sounds crispy. See that injection in there? That's that butter from the injection. All right, I'm going in for the breast with a piece of that skin. Might as well have a wing too, why not? Crispy skin.
The barbecue seasoning on the chicken is crazy. Oh my God. That's next level. That's crazy. Yeah.